marinate them, I've got just some skinless, boneless chicken breast here, and instead of cutting it with a knife, I just think it's easier just to go in here and cut it with a pair of scissors. It doesn't have to be perfect or anything. Just wanting like nice, even chunks that you can stick onto the skewers. You could pretty much use anything. You could use scallops, you could use meat if you wanted to, pork if you wanted to do that. Really anything that you wanted. But you want to get it into the marinade. The marinade is going to consist of some Allegra seasoning, which I love. It's going to consist of some dry rub that we're going to mix in with it. And then we're going to put some crushed or chunked pineapple that's in its own juice. That's going to help marinate. So all we do is we take the chicken, which I've already cut up, quite a bit of chicken. We've got green bell peppers cut up, onions cut up, orange bell peppers, and tomatoes. I like to have a variety of color. I think that looks really pretty. So what I do is I put the chicken in there first, just like this. And always remember to wash your chicken really well, obviously. Chicken's going to go in one bag, and what I use is 1/4 of a cup of the Allegra. This has got a really smoky taste to it, so you don't want to use too much. And then you're really going to offset it with the pineapple. So I'm going to pour with the juice the pineapple in there. And then our dry rub, I just kind of eyeball it. I just use probably a tablespoon or so. In there, it's again pretty strong, so you don't want to overpower yourself. And just fold this up. Some people marinate in a bowl. I don't have time for all that. I just stick it in the bag. You just kind of want to massage it like this. Make sure that you get all the flavors going around in it. And there you go. Stick it in the fridge. You're going to need about an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe. Don't leave it in here too long because you do have the acidity from the pineapple, but it's going to be delicious. So we're going to marinate this, and then we're going to come back and we're going to thread the kebabs. Okay, so now we're ready to make the kebabs. First thing that I want to go over that I do is definitely if you're going to use these wooden skewers, you have to soak them in water like this, okay? Because if you don't, these puppies will go up in flames on the grill. And I know this because I've done it. So first thing we're going to do is just thread. You always want to put what's going to be most firm at the bottom of your skewer. The reason for that is everything else will fall off if you don't. I like to make my skewers really pretty. So again, I'm using chicken, bell peppers. Use a different form of bell pepper. Here we go. Now, pineapple, really important. I like to put 2 in there. Onion to kind of break it up a little bit. Onion is a little bit tricky because once you cut it, it wants to kind of move apart a little bit. And then cherry tomato. Pretty skewer, right? So then you just absolutely repeat the process with everything else you're doing. Again, start with your chicken, which has been marinated. This smells so good, by the way. Here, put a little pineapple on here. Let's do it green. Let's do it green. And then a pineapple. The pineapple gives a really nice sweetness to the whole dish. You gotta, as far as the onion's concerned, it's not that big of a deal if it breaks apart. If it does, just skewer that puppy like that. Red bell pepper. These are absolutely beautiful. These are from my husband's parents' garden, and so we're using that. You can put as much chicken or pork or meat, as we talked about before, that you want onto the skewer. Just make it look pretty. That's pretty much all I care about. Okay, So that's just kind of an idea of how you make the skewers. I'm going to share with you a secret that I learned a long time ago. We've marinated this, of course, in the dry rub, the Allegra, as we said, and the pineapple juice. So it has a really beautiful sweetness to it, and something I throw in that no one knows what it is pumpkin pie spice. You probably would never think of doing that, but it adds this beautiful flavor, and just very lightly, if you dust the kebabs with them, you're gonna come out with a really kind of cinnamon, nutmeg, a flavor that people are going to eat and they're going to go, what is that? Don't tell them. Absolutely don't tell them. Okay, so this is how the kebabs are going to look. When I'm doing a cookout, what I like to do is, we're going to do a ton more kebabs later, but just for the video, I'm showing you that we're going to... Okay, so we've finished the skewers, and I showed you how to make the ones with the vegetables. You might have some leftover chicken, because if you used an entire pack of chicken like I did, you're going to have some leftover. Anyway, I just did those with the pineapple and used the secret ingredient that I told you about. So now we're going to move on to the second part right before we go to the grill. Farmers markets right now have really, really beautiful produce. So I had gone to a local farmers market that's here in town, and I bought all this fresh corn. So all I do is take the corn, peel the husks back, I don't take them all the way off, and then some of the dry rub that we used on the chicken, I just sprinkle over the top of it. Then I'm just going to put the husks back on, put it in the foil, roll it up tight, and it's ready for the grill. So I'm going to take all of this. This is going to go out to the grill, and in a couple of minutes, we're going to have dinner. Okay, so now we're ready to put these on the grill. Very, very simple. I like to put them like this so that nothing falls through. I've been known to do that as well. Grills at about 350. You don't want to burn them. You just left a pineapple there. That's alright. And we're going to go ahead and put the corn up here. I like it to steam more than to actually roast. Put the corn up there. And then we're just going to layer the kebabs in here. They smell delicious, by the way. I saw Emeril Lagasse one time talking about smell-o-vision. My husband should invent that. That would be amazing. Don't put them too close together because they'll start to stick. So they're definitely something that you have to watch. Also, you have to make sure that you know the temperature of your chicken. If you have smaller pieces like this, they're easier to cook, as opposed to large chicken breasts or something like that. So we're just going to leave these. They shouldn't take very long at all. And we're going to pull them off and we're going to eat. So here we go. We're done grilling. We've got beautiful kebabs that we made. And what I like to do is, especially if you're having guests, just simply take them, place them, kind of at an angle, making sure that you have the ones with the vegetables, if you had extras, that they're kind of intertwined in between just the chicken ones, just so the plate looks pretty. Let's do this guy right here. Beautiful char on there, and these smell so delicious because of the secret ingredient that we used. So we're just going to plate them like this. I went ahead and I did our corn, and I like to leave it in the husk. I think it's just kind of rustic looking. People can come, just grab one, peel it off, and they're good to go. People in our house don't use the little crazy corn thingies. poke in the end. Just pick it up and eat it, for crying out loud. Okay, so you plate these just like that, and they come out beautifully, right, next to your corn. Something I did just last minute, a couple seconds ago, was I took some leftover cut up fruit that I had, fresh fruit. And I have strawberries, blueberries, mandarin oranges, pineapple. It just gives a really nice side dish, you know, to your fresh fruits and vegetables along with your chicken, your vegetables, and your corn. So, if you're gonna plate this up, it looks really, really simple. Again, most people are gonna take this off, which is fine. Plate it. You're gonna come by, you're gonna get a couple of these, I would assume. And then just put, maybe just put a little bit of the salsa on the side. Got some jalapeno in here too, which also came from my husband's parents' house. And there you go. You've got a summer cookout.